Right now, there are 18 million cancer survivors nationally, thanks to improving medical treatment and earlier detection of the disease. Survivors are living longer, healthier lives. Now, because of this, Hartford Healthcare is holding a statewide celebration life event to honor those who have beat cancer, a diagnosis, and those who are still fighting. Here to tell us all about it is Dr. Andrew Sollner from the Hartford Healthcare Cancer Institute in Hartford at Hartford Hospital. Dr. Sollner, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a little
Great
bit.
to be here.
We're glad to have you back here. All right, so first let's talk about the event, the logistics of when and where, so people can sort of start to plan, because it's happening this weekend.
The event is happening this weekend, and it is in 3 of our locations, same day, same time, Sunday, September 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hartford event is at the Downtown Marriott. There's also an event in Plainville, New Britain, and an event in Wyndham. So our central region and our eastern region also have events.
And what are we going to be offering people there?
The events this year focus with a theme of strength and motion. And what we've discovered is that many patients during their cancer journey become deconditioned. And physical activity actually helps them regain a sense of normalcy in their life again. But also, interestingly enough, there's data to suggest that people who exercise 150 minutes a week actually have a lower risk of recurrence. So physical activity has multiple benefits.
And we know that more physical activity could contribute to preventing it altogether.
That is correct. So strength and motion is the theme. Each of our events will have food and music, some humor. We have a guest speaker, Kim Becking, who is an award-winning author and inspirational speaker who's going to provide some inspiration and humor for the group.
I like that theme.
Yeah.
I love that theme a lot, yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about the importance of knowing the treatments out there. Research is so critical, and treatments as well.
Yeah, I think we've seen huge improvements, certainly in the years since I've been in practice. Over the last 25 years or so, we've seen the survival from cancer improve from about 50% 5-year survival to now almost 70% 5-year survival. So we have many more survivors, which is wonderful.
Right. And when we're talking about survivors, it's important to celebrate them and also continue to offer them support. I think maybe we were talking in the break, that's maybe one group that sort of gets sometimes forgotten because they've beaten it. They're recovering. So a lot of people focus on the people who are dealing and getting treatment right now and in the middle of it. But you can't forget the survivors.
Absolutely correct. They've gone through a journey of treatment and all the physical and psychological impacts of that treatment. They may have an alteration of their appearance or functionality as a result of the cancer itself or treatment, surgery, for example. They may have concerns about recurrence, fear of recurrence. They may have issues concerning their energy level, which is a common problem. They may have had weight gain or weight loss. They may have alterations of how they function in their social milieu, their family, their circle of friends. Some friends have gotten closer, some more distant as a result of their cancer journey. So a lot of our work in offering really a comprehensive array of survivorship programs to patients and family members, because they're part of it too, is to provide a survivorship care plan. I like to think of it as a wellness blueprint for the future that's personalized according to what their therapy was and what their cancer was. We can provide support groups. We can provide psychological counseling. We can provide nutritional counseling. Cancer rehab, which is really important in terms of getting people back up to snuff, and perhaps if one part of their body was altered as a result of treatment, how do we treat that dysfunction or lymphedema or other result of treatment to help make it better and improve their functionality?
Yeah, that's really interesting because we tend to just think about what people are dealing with when they're getting treatment.
Right.
They're going through the battle. And speaking of people who are currently battling cancer, there is a special way that they're going to be honored at the events this weekend.
Yes, we'll have a pin for cancer survivors. that will identify them, and a pin for caregivers, because the caregivers are important in the journey too. We'll have an opportunity for survivors to stand and be recognized according to how long their journey has been since the time of their diagnosis, because cancer survivorship really starts on the day of diagnosis, all the way through the rest of their life. And so it will be a wonderful recognition of our survivors, who will come downtown not for a treatment or for chemo, but for a celebration to have fun.
Right. Celebrate. Be with your
Exactly right.
community.
Yes.
I have to imagine that's really incredible for those dealing with it.
It's going to be great. And we've actually started doing these Celebrate Life events in 1990.
Oh, wow.
So this is year 35 that we've done it.
That is incredible.
And it's been a great journey. And
impacting so many people over the years.
Well, and it's something that's not only wonderful for survivors and their family members, but the providers love to be there.
Right.
Because they get to see their patients years or even decades after their treatment and see how they're doing.
That is really incredible. Dr. Sellner, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you sharing all the information.
My pleasure.
Always important reminders, too.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.